Welcome to Meathead Test Kitchen, where food and fitness come to hang out. Nutrition, training, and life. It's all fair game on Meathead Test Kitchen.
Welcome to Meathead Test Kitchen, a podcast about getting the most out of your gains. I'm Sadie.
I'm Sausha.
Today, we are revisiting a topic that we have talked about in the past, creatine. So back in episode 121, we touched on creatine briefly and explained it like you're five. But now we're back to get all deep about one of the most widely used supplements, creatine. What is it? What does it do? And the question that everybody asks, when should you take it? Let's discuss.
All day, every day, 95.8. Let's start with what creatine is. I just bought some more, by the way.
Dude, creatine
Perfect timing.
is life.
Creatine supplies energy to your muscles. Many people use it to build strength and promote brain health. Creatine is safe for most people to take, but you should always, here's your disclaimer, number one for the show, always ask your doctor before you add in new supplements to your daily routine. Doctors are valuable, and they have more information than we do because we are not doctors. Creatine is a natural source of energy that comes from 3 amino acids and helps your skeletal muscles flex. It helps create a steady supply of energy in your muscles so they can keep working. And you really want that to be happening, especially when you're exercising or running or walking.
Can we get that flex again? There you go.
I can't see myself, by the way.
You're not skipping shoulder day, I can tell. Proud of you. So about half of your body's daily creatine supply comes from your diet in foods like red meat, seafood, animal milk, and if you're vegetarian or vegan, you're noticing that your diet isn't rich in these items. So that means it's especially important for you to supplement creatine in your diet if you're working on seriously improving your fitness, especially if you are trying to add muscle mass to your body.
Yes, again, and hard on the especially. Mm-hmm. Your body makes the other half of your daily needs in-house with your liver, kidneys, and pancreas. They provide about 95% of the creatine to your muscles to use during physical activity. The rest goes to your heart, your brain, and other tissues in your body. Don't know if you guys knew you had other tissues in your body, but you do.
I didn't realize how much creatine helped your brain until recently. We're going to get into more of that in a little bit, but creatine comes in many forms. It can come in, we know it mostly as like the chalky white powder that looks like booger sugar. I mean, creatine, our old friend. Powders, tablets, capsules, liquids, energy bars. The list is a long one. You can find creatine in pretty much any form you want. We prefer creatine monohydrate because it's the cheapest, most common option. It does a really good job at giving you what you need without bleeding your bank account dry. And also, everyone's concern when they start, not everyone, because I feel like this isn't a big concern for dudes. This is more of a concern for femmes because femmes are always worried about looking puffy because it's just how it is. So people are always like, well, creatine's going to make me gain water weight. Is it going to make me be bloaty? No, not if you get monohydrate. It's not supposed to. Everybody's body is different, though, so you might react differently. Just because I don't bloat on creatine doesn't mean that Sasha's not gonna or that you're not gonna. Your mileage may vary. We still haven't made a fucking t-shirt with that.
We really need to do that. Hurrdat Brand Goods is a new installation to the Hurrdat company, and so we can make that happen more readily.
Oh my God,
I don't know.
Merch now?
An anniversary show, in August or something, maybe.
Damn, I didn't realize we're making merch in-house now. Ballin'.
Yes, that's new. I just bought, literally, the other day, a thing of creatine, like this big. If you're not watching the podcast, why the fuck not? For like $20.
Yeah, I get and I'm sorry, I have an Amazon Prime account because I'm a person that works a job and has a husband that is home all day, but we have one car and he also works a job and he's the only person at that job, so he ain't taking any days off. So I use Prime. I'm sorry. I'm a bad anti-capitalist. It is what it is. However, we all make decisions when we live in capitalism, and one of my decisions is that I pay for Amazon Prime. So I get NutriCost supplements most of the time, and they have a really, really good creatine monohydrate. They also have really good electrolyte sticks if you're looking for something that isn't. I love Liquid IV, but Liquid IV can be fucking expensive. They have a really good green apple electrolyte stick. I'll send it to you because I think you'd like it when you're running.
Yes, please do. I've actually been looking at more of that stuff because I in the past have been very bad about fueling mid-run and in taking electrolytes also in run.
And that's
really
really
quick.
important if you're trying to run really, really far.
Yes. Yeah.
Details.
Newsflash, if you're running for more than 30 minutes, you likely need some kind of gel or something to refuel at least a little bit in your run.
It's no different than lifting weights. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, how many times are you and I at the gym and we whip out a bag of fruit snacks or a pack of crackers or a fucking bagel or something? You got to refuel. If you're putting out hard energy, you need to replenish that shit.
Protein bagels made from
dude. Cottage
what?
cheese.
Cottage cheese.
That's the first cottage cheese mention of the day. I thought about that this morning.
This new season of MTK brought to you by Cottage Cheese.
We need to fucking hook up with a dairy.
I know.
Now that I'm not lactose intolerant
dairy
anymore.
Any dairy conglomerates that would like to hop on the podcast and continue to promote cottage cheese,
Oh my God.
send us a message at hello@meatheadtestkitchen.com.
What have we become?
Cottage cheese connoisseurs. This is now a cottage cheese podcast forever.
I mean, I have stuck my arm in a fucking cow's ass to artificially inseminate it, so I am a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to all things cow.
I had to film a whole package for our good friends, the semen farmer here in the state of Nebraska.
Dude.
That was an experience.
Oh my God, it's such a lucrative industry, though. I don't know if you knew this, but like bull jizz is like a very high dollar, very big deal, like kind of a job.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that would help with muscle gains, but creatine certainly does. And it is safe to take creatine.
We're not even 10 minutes in and I'm talking about bull jizz.
Write that down.
Podcasting is so much better than being on the radio, dude. I'd get in trouble for that shit. I'd be in someone's office already.
Knocking on your door.
God damn. Anyway.
To rein it back in, it is safe to take creatine generally, unless you're pregnant or breastfeeding. And if you have diabetes, won't ever say that correctly, kidney disease, liver disease, or if you have bipolar disorder, creatine has been linked to increased risk of mania. This is why you should, again, always talk to your doctor, number 2, after adding supplements to your, before adding supplements to your daily intake.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're on brain meds, like, you don't realize how much that stuff can fucking alter your brain chemistry. And if your brain chemistry is already a very finely, like, balanced, delicate thing with drugs, don't upset that.
Yeah.
Like,
for the love.
I want to avoid that. That is a no-no.
Please.
So make sure that you're talking to your doctor before you're adding any supplements into your daily routine. It has been found that creatine supplements can benefit people with neurodegenerative diseases. Now, this was cool, and I didn't realize that. But it can, like, if you have onset Alzheimer's, they give you creatine, and apparently it helps with your memory.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Right? I know.
Yeah.
So, like, that, it can, if you do have diabetes, you do have to be careful. However, like, it can also help your diabetes. It's one of those things. So you have to kind of, again, it's
Talk to your doctor.
Yes. Your health is a fine balance. I think we've talked about that before. If you have osteoarthritis, if you have fibromyalgia conditions, if you have anything that affects creatine metabolism in your body, aka your body isn't making as much as it should be, then maybe you should be supplementing with creatine. Like, there are conditions that affect how creatine transports in your body. If you have one of those, again, you should be talking to your doctor about supplementing creatine. If you have insufficient blood flow to your heart, again, you should be talking to your doctor. You fucking see where we're going with this. Creatine does a lot of shit in your body. And if something is off and it's one of those things, go talk to your doctor.
This episode also brought to you by going to your doctor.
Yeah, go to your doctor. I know it's expensive in America, but if you have health insurance, you should be fucking going to the doctor for like checkups and shit, especially if you're older than 30. And I hate to say this, but you and I are both, I'm 37 now.
I'm going to be 41 in 4 days.
Yes, you are. And I still have not gotten your cottage cheese queen sash, and I'm a little disappointed in myself. I might have to sew
I can't wear it to hockey on Tuesday if I don't have it.
Shit. All right, I got a couple days. I can work with that.
What does creatine do? What are eggs? What does it do? I'm going to throw back in every episode going forward.
Like a fucking seal, dude. I did off camera. I was like,
Eggs. What are they? What is creatine? Taking creatine as a supplement is very popular, obviously, among athletes and bodybuilders. They use it to gain muscle, enhance strength, and improve exercise performance. When you supplement, you're increasing your stores of phosphocreatine. This is a form of stored energy in the cells, and it helps your body produce more of a high energy molecule called ATP. You've also heard ATP on this podcast.
yes, because we are very nerdy fitness people. ATP is some very high level fitness shit. Like when you go to personal training, God, I was laughing so hard my face got blotchy. Oh my God. This is why you need to watch a podcast.
YouTube, Meathead Test Kitchen.
Anyway, yeah. So ATP is like one of the first like big things they grill you on when you're like, I want to be a personal trainer. So they're like, all right, welcome to ATP, motherfucker. So it's basically the body's energy currency. It is an ever-flowing system. It never stops, but it does ebb and flow. And you need to, like, if you're working out for performance or if you are taxing your body in anything that is more than normal for you, you need to be paying attention because ATP is very important. So when you have more ATP, your body performs better during exercise. Creatine also alters several cellular processes that lead to increased muscle mass, strength, and recovery. You have a boosted workload. That is one of the first things when you tell somebody to take creatine and they report back as a trainer. They're like, holy shit, I can lift more. I'm not as tired. It's like, yeah. It's working. Yeah, that's
the whole point.
Like that's what it does. So it boosts your workload. It enables more total worker volume in a single training session, which is a key factor in long-term muscle growth.
It also improves cell signaling. It can increase satellite cell signaling, which aids muscle repair and new muscle growth. Everybody wants that, or you should, if that is the journey that you're on. Raised anabolic hormones. Studies note a rise in hormones such as IGF-1 after taking creatine.
And this is the natural kind of anabolic hormone that your body just makes. Because, I mean, steroids are steroids, but they're supplements too. Your body makes its own shit. But when you increase it with something like that, we're not even getting close to talking about that. That is a whole different day. And then I need to have a guest who's actually used them because I know fucking nothing about the world of steroids, dude. Zero.
Me neither. Nothing.
They scare me. I'm attracted to the idea like moth to flame, but the idea that if I do it exactly wrong, it could fuck up my liver or kidneys terrifies me.
Yes.
Anyway, increased cell hydration. Creatine will lift the water content within your muscle cells, which causes a cell volumization effect that can play a role in muscle growth.
Ooh.
You see the trend here.
Yes.
Reduce protein breakdown. It may increase total muscle mass by reducing muscle breakdown, which helps with muscle growth.
Woo.
Holy shit.
Wow, it's almost like this could be good for you. It also has to do with lower myostatin levels. Elevated levels of the protein myostatin can slow or inhibit new muscle growth. So supplementing with creatine can reduce these levels, again, increasing growth potential. It's almost like
growth counter. We're like on 7 or 8.
Yes. Creatine supplements also increase phosphocreatine stores in your brain, which may promote brain health and improve symptoms of neurological disease. I need that.
Same.
Don't ever ask me anything outside of what I'm doing at a very present moment, because it's all in there, but explaining it to you in a way that makes sense to outside my brain, not great. And if it's not right in front of me, I will forget. Which is, again,
ADHD is such a
why
unique gift and a curse in that way. Like, if it's in front of you, I remember everything about it and I can tell you about it for 30 minutes. But if I haven't seen it in 2 days, I forgot that it fucking existed.
Yeah. Like, I also can't stand notifications. We've talked about this again before. It's not an excuse, but my list will be this long on my phone. I'm just clearing shit to get it out of there, and then I'll go back in and I'm like, okay, well, I see that I have a notification for a text in my physical phone, so I'm going to go read that. Oh, read that. Cool. I'll get back to you later. Later could be 5 minutes. It could be tomorrow. It could be 3 days later, and I'm like, wait, I didn't hit send on that? Fuck. I'm sorry.
I have to grill you on it though, just because I'm guilty of that too. But she did this to me on my birthday.
Oh my God. I've never been more mortified and felt so terrible in all of my life.
Fine. You're fine.
I was like, wait.
Mother's Day. I'm
You mean
so
I didn't
used
hit
to it.
send? What the fuck? Because I was about to. I was literally, a lot of times what will happen is I'll be like, oh, I gotta ask so and so about this, and I'll get there and I'm like, oh, that's why I didn't respond. I didn't hit send. It's all typed out there. I just exited before hitting beep.
You're good. My birthday was on Mother's Day. Like, when you're born in the second week of May or like that time around Father's Day, you're just used to, if your birthday lands on that Sunday, everybody forgets because they're already doing something else. So I'm used to it. But you're like, oh my God, dude. And I was like,
I had it typed out.
For this.
I am the worst.
No, you're not.
This just in.
You're not the worst. By far.
Yeah, okay.
You're not even close to being the worst.
Okay.
You wish you could be the worst, but you're not even anywhere near it. Anywhere.
Fine.
Anyway. So, back to creatine. Hey,
Yeah.
we're back.
It does.
Podcast.
Yeah, what's up? 16 minutes? Okay. It
Creatine helps speed up your muscle recovery. So when you exercise, you create micro tears in your muscle fibers. So as you recover, those micro tears heal and your muscles get stronger. Creatine helps activate satellite cells in your muscles, which help the tears heal. So basically, creatine recruits more cells in your body to help fix the shit so it can come back faster and better than it already was.
And stronger, some might say. Hey, do you know that when those tears heal, that's how you are building muscle? What a novel idea. When should you take creatine? Everybody's going to be different. That's just the fact of the matter. Weird. How much you take and how often is going to depend on a few different things. There are quite a few studies that say as long as you take it a couple hours before or after your workout, you're fine.
Yeah, there's also studies that say that you should take it right after, and other studies that say as long as you take it on a daily basis, you're fine. So decide what's best for you.
When can you remember to take it?
Yeah.
Do that.
I put mine in juice, and I just leave it in the fridge, and then I drink it before my workout, because that's when I remember.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this or not, but if I'm taking pre-workout, I just like mix them together and take that real quick before I leave. Otherwise, I will forget it.
You can. I've done that too. Yeah, where I make my little pre-shot or my little cocktail.
Literally put it in a shot glass, mix it around, and
I
ain't dry scooping
much
that
water.
shit.
Yeah, I don't dry scoop it, but I do the next closest thing to. I have to be able to actually swallow it. What?
Yep.
I've never dry scooped. It's terrible. You just it's like fucking.
I'm scared if I dry scoop, I'm gonna choke to death.
That's the thing. See?
Or it's gonna come out my nose, and I'm just gonna sneeze all fucking day.
Fucking
No
jokes over there, and I'm spitting real shit so people don't die.
Just saying, I'm a teenager. Teenage humor there. Okay. Anyway, speaking of,
friends, because
to load or not to load.
To load or not to load. I thought of that line while I was in the shower this morning.
Definitely load.
Talk about loading phases. How am I going to make that funny?
Well, it worked.
Good.
Didn't know it would work that well. The timing couldn't be more perfect.
Loads are never not funny to me.
No.
Again, because we're eternally 13-year-olds. So loading is up to you. Many sources say it's not necessary to do a creatine loading phase. Some people will swear by it. You're on your own there. Figure out what works best for you. Personally, I don't load because I think it's a waste of product because your body's already making some creatine and you're literally just adding more so that it's readily available. And for me, again, I fucking barely remember to do my nasal spray when I wake up in the morning. You think I'm going to remember to take creatine more than once a day? Fuck no. No, I'm not.
No. It's going to naturally build up. So the reason that people will load is like there are a few studies and indicators out there that have suggested to load. But my thinking and belief is, and we could put some factual information behind this in the show notes, but you, again, like Sadie just said, your body's already producing some creatine. You are, by taking it, loading. Mm-hmm. So like you don't have to feel like you do have to take it multiple times a day. Again, it's going to depend on where you're at and what works best for you. But
yeah. The difference, honestly, in my brain is so negligible as if you take extra versus if you just start taking it. Like, you're not getting that much of an edge by taking more for a week or two. Like, you're just using more product, and then you have to just replace it.
Yeah.
Which costs money, and we don't want to do that.
No,
So
in this economy?
In this economy? Money? What? No.
No.
So creatine's a relatively safe supplement. However, if you experience any side effects like dizziness, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, excessive sweating, cut your dose in half and take part in the morning and part at night, because you might just be taking too much at once and your body's like, whoa.
Hey,
Not
I ain't
very
used
common,
to this.
but it does happen.
Yes. I mean, I do that with pre-workout. I take half because I don't need to feel like my skin is burning off my body.
Oh, you don't want to see through
The
time?
palm itchies.
Ooh.
Anyway.
That's the closest thing to speed I think I'll ever try, and I'm okay with that. That is enough.
They do make non-caffeinated pre-workout, by the way,
Yeah, but what
if
fun
you are
is that?
sensitive to it. I do want my palms to itch.
Oh.
It makes me feel like I've done something productive.
It reminds me that I'm alive.
Yes, there you go. Some studies show that people who take creatine supplements may gain an extra 2 to 4 pounds of muscle mass during 4 to 12 weeks of regular exercise than people who do not take creatine. That could be your extra 2 or 4 pounds of muscle. So go get a meathead.
Yeah.
That's right. Grab some
gains.
gains. Grab some Sick Meat MTK merch to rep your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast at the gym, on the Clock app, or the gram. Show notes, training templates, and personal training services are all at meatheadtestkitchen.com. MTK.
MTK. Out.
Join Sadie and Sausha every Monday, helping to make your fitness and nutrition journey suck less. MTK.